What is up, guys? Welcome back to Acceleracers for another video. So today we have an incredible discovery to share with the channel. So just to give a little bit of backstory, this is a one-of-a-kind Acceleracers item that probably most people in the community have never seen before. I showed it to a couple people in the community that's trying to get a little bit of insight on what to do with it, where it came from, so on and so forth. But basically the background story behind this item is that a connection of mine, he's bought from me a couple times, we've messaged back and forth, in California, actually found this item on Craiglist of all places. Craiglist is a website I do not check very often, but anyways, my connection found this on Craigslist in his market, and basically the gist of it, the guy who was selling this worked for Mattel in the card games productions, in that sort of wing of Mattel back in 2005 when they were printing, you know, the Acceleracers card game. So basically, once they were printing off a lot of Acceleracers cards, you know, cards come off in huge sheets, and you know, you cut them, put them into the packs. Basically, one of the lead print worker guys basically took a sheet of cards straight off the printing press without cutting them and gave them to this employee and said, hey, just sort of a thank you, you know, sort of like, for example, when the new Space Jam movie came out, how LeBron gave a bunch of one-of-a-kind sort of baskets with like shoes and memorabilia to a bunch of people who were at the grand premiere, you know, opening of the movie. This is sort of that type of deal. He gave this guy a sheet of uncut Acceleracers cards, and naturally the sheet had, you know, copyrights on it, Mattel 2005, not for resale, so on and so forth. But this employee kept this sheet of cards for 15 or 16 years now, because it is 2021, so 16 years, and then finally decided to list it on Craigslist. Maybe he felt that he couldn't sell it or break up this sheet of cards to sell it individually because it was, you know, not for resale, so on and so forth. But anyways, he sold it on Craigslist, and my connection snatched it up for $50, and you guys are gonna freak out when you see what's on this sheet. So my connection sent it to me, and you know what? Without further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look at what sheet of cards this guy had hidden for 16 years. All right, guys, so here is our one-of-a-kind Acceleracers item. Look at this. It is an uncut sheet of Acceleracers cards, and we're about to flip it over here in a second. We're trying to build up the suspense as much as possible. They are on the final card stock. So these are authentic Acceleracers cards. They are just perfectly uncut. As you can see, they've got the markings where you're supposed to use the big paper cutter and slice them to open them up and put them into booster packs. All right, so I've got my sheet flipped over, and let's take a look at the first card out of the 30 cards that are on this sheet. It is a 3D foil Metro Realm card. And let's take a look at the neighboring card. Another 3D foil Metro Realm and a third Metro Realm. 3 3D foil Metro Realm cards. Let's keep going here. Oh, look, it's Torqued Jackhammer times 3. Wrong Way times 3. Phantom Form times 3. I'm sure you guys know the gist of what we're getting into here. This is a sheet of 30 3D foil Acceleracers cards, and I have never seen anything like this before. These are 30 authentic 3D foils on the final card stock. They are all authentic. The cards move just like they do on regular cards with the holograms. They're a little bit dusty, but I'll have to clean them off. These are incredible looking cards. And if anybody knows where to find more of these, definitely let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to acquire some. But so 30 uncut 3D foils. This was the sheet of cards that was given to this employee that my connection found on Craigslist. Is this not the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen? Everybody who's been in this community for a while knows these cards sell for normally $200 minimum to upwards of maybe $500 for a Metro Realm card. And right here we have 30 of them, 3 of each kind. So you gotta assume there's probably a $6,000 to $9,000 value on this sheet of cards. Let's just take a closer look at some of them. They are just incredible. This is the Vector Anthracite, Hyper Synchro, RDO 9 version 2, trying to get the light to reflect off of them. Wrong Way, Torqued Jackhammer, Lightspeed, Phantom Form, Octorod Hyperpod, Sweeper Strike. Now, not all of these cards are in mint condition. There is 1 or 2 here that have a crease. Hold on, let me see. Where was it? I want to say it was a Sweeper. No, maybe not. There's a long scratch here across the Octorod, Lightspeed, and Sweeper Strike. And there was one on here that had a crease somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find it. I thought it might have been an RDO 9. Yeah, there's a small crease right here on this RDO 9 version. But for the most part, all of these cards are in mint condition on this sheet. so cool. You can actually see the 3D foil material right here. Looks like it came right off of the printing press. This is an absolutely incredible, one-of-a-kind item. And I'm not gonna lie, I have not been able to take my eyes off of it since it came in. It is just unbelievable, the detail on these cards, seeing them all together. It is crazy to think that there were probably hundreds of these sheets that were printed at the time, and these cards were stuffed into booster packs just like this. So this is our one-of-a-kind Acceleracers item. I can't stop looking at it. It is absolutely incredible to see all of these cards on here. It's especially crazy because, you know, I've opened probably maybe 60 total booster packs on the channel, 65, and I've pulled maybe what, 8 or 9 3D foils, and on this sheet right here is 3 times as many as I was ever able to pull, including the Metro Realm cards. And in case you guys are wondering, these Metro Realm cards are printed the same as the other ones, which means that they are upside down just like normal. And we actually have a theory. I was talking to Ryan about this the other day, because he has a huge wealth of knowledge, and we think that potentially the reason why there's so few Metro Realm cards is that they noticed on these sheets that they printed off upside down compared to the other normal cards, and we think that they probably just tossed most of the Metro Realm cards that came in misprinted like that. They probably just cut them out and tossed them, and that's probably why the Metro Realm is such a hard card to find. And using that same logic, they probably did the same thing for the Jump Jets card, and that's why it's so hard to find as well. It was just misprinted off directly on the sheets, and they probably just tossed them. And then by the time they got around to fixing it, the card game was probably not doing so well on shelves, and they just never bothered to toss more of them in there. So we do think that is why the Metro Realm card is so rare. So this is the last look at this sheet. We're going ahead and record it one more time, take a close look at all these cards, just in case some of you guys have never seen them before. Lightspeed and Phantom form are absolutely incredible looking. All right, now I'm gonna put this down and let's get back to talking about this sheet. And I've got to say, I was absolutely blown away when my connection sent me a screenshot of this purchase that he had made. And it really is an unbelievable piece of Acceleracers memorabilia. I've never seen anything like it, and most of the people in the community have never seen anything like it either. So from what we can tell, it was just a legitimate sheet of 3D foil cards that was straight off the printing press, handed to this employee as sort of a thank you for being part of the production services for the card game. And he tried to offload it on Craiglist, maybe so he didn't get caught by Mattel, I don't know, or I really don't think Mattel would care that much at this point, but maybe he just didn't know what they were worth and he didn't want to risk, you know, selling them on eBay, so on and so forth. But I feel sure that if he would have listed that on eBay, man, the price on that, I probably would have bid at least $5,000 on it if I would have had the cash available at the time, just because, I mean, it's a sheet of 3D foil cards. But basically what we're going to be doing with this sheet of cards is I am going to be, well, first of all, if anybody's interested in buying this sheet whole, just the whole sheet of trading cards, the asking price would be probably between $6,000 and $7,000. But I am willing to sell it whole if a buyer is really interested in that. I'm gonna leave my email down in the description of the video. Shoot me an email and we can work something out. But if there aren't any serious offers on it for the sheet as a whole, just as a piece of memorabilia, what we're gonna be doing is trying to find a local print shop to see if we can get these cards cut accurately, cleanly, and have 30 more 3D foils enter the marketplace. I know a lot of you guys are only missing the 3D foils for your card sets, and this is gonna be a great way to get them without, you know, having to pay $600 a pop, because I'm sure the prices are only gonna keep going up on them. But 30 3D foils should be entering the marketplace before too long, provided I can find someone who can cut these cards accurately. And the only real issue with cutting them is that, as you guys know, Acceleracers cards, they have sort of rounded edges. Well, they're not really rounded, but they're not square, you know, they're missing that little chunk in the corner. And if these were to be cut by a print shop, I'm assuming they would come out squares. They would be the same dimensions as these cards, but probably just with square corners. I mean, it is pretty square, but you guys know what I'm saying. It would be a sharp square corner. So it would look a little bit different. I would have to put that in the description of the cards, but they are fully authentic cards. They are on the final card stock. They feel just like normal cards. They would just have square corners. But that might be something to consider as well. I'm assuming people would still be interested in buying them even with square corners, because it is so hard to find these cards, especially in that good of condition. After all, I mean, maybe 5 or 6 of them have a crease or a scratch on them, but for the most part, there's at least 20 3D foils on that sheet that are in mint condition. But that's something we're definitely gonna be looking into over the next couple weeks, is breaking those cards up and selling them individually to you guys. So I will definitely be keeping my eyes peeled for that, and I will definitely be keeping you guys updated as well. on sort of the progress, if we're able to find somebody who can cut them, so on and so forth. And huge shout out to my connection. I'm not sure if he would want me to give his name in the video, but he found the steal of a lifetime by coming across these cards for sure. And a huge shout out to him for sending them to me so I could show them off on the channel for you guys, and working with me as far as the deal and prices and stuff for them. So that's all I really have for today, guys. Just wanted to show you guys this one-of-a-kind Acceleracers item, give you an update on what we're gonna be doing with it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this. As far as I know, like I said, it's never been seen before in the community, unless there's other sheets like this that were handed out to Mattel employees, which is a possibility. There could be sheets of these cards that a bunch of Mattel employees have that just haven't surfaced yet. Who knows? This may just be the first of many, but it is still an extremely cool, rare item. And if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the Acceleracers Hub for more Acceleracers related content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.